ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for these few minutes of our discussion. And before we kickstart, I just want to briefly introduce myself. My name is Elvis Tumasang Fon. I am a Cameroonian resident in the United Arab Emirates. I double also as the CEO and founder of Everywhere Assistance. Everywhere Assistance is a small company that I created in Cameroon way back in 2017, where we build practical digital solutions for today's workforce. And today it's a big privilege for me that I will be introducing one of the digital products that we've built under the Everywhere Assistance ecosystem, and that product is iDey.
Someone may ask, what is iDey?
That's a good one, and that's a question I get over, frequently from everybody. Because the word iDey is a Cameroonian pidgin word, which simply means I am here, I am present. Okay, so when you give that, we use that idea to build a digital product which confirms the presence of staffs and employees, in their physical area of work. Now you may be wondering why this concept. I always like to use my country, Cameroon, like a case study, because in Cameroon, for example, 8 out of 9 employees still use the paper-based system to mark their attendance on a daily basis. What do I mean? When they come in the morning, they have to queue in the long line to write John Smith, for example, present 7 o'clock and check out 9 p.m. So statistics have proven that this paper-based attendance system comes with a lot of constraints, with a lot of difficulties, especially when you have to manage a larger workforce. So we are introducing a simple, basic, and practical digital solution that will be able to optimize this daily attendance and give HR and company owners a broader overview of their staff's daily presence. How does it work? Briefly, as you can see on this banner, it explains to you the full functions and the full flow of the iDey mobile application. At the beginning, you can see this is the officer's application. You can come closer. Yeah, this is the officer's application that staffs will download and have on their mobile phones. You will agree with me that 9 out of every employees technically have a smartphone. Okay, they mostly use to browse social media, etc., etc. No, but we are making it in such a way that you don't just use your mobile phone for browsing and for calls. You can also use it as an integral part of your daily workflow. So the officers app, they have 3 core functions that they can perform using the officers app, the officers iDey application. The first one is to do a daily attendance tracking, a daily attendance marking. Seamlessly on their mobile phones, when they come in the morning, make sure you check in at the perimeters or peripheries of your workplace. And once you check in, immediately it captures your geolocation that you are present. You just need to click shift, you click site, and you check in relatively easy. It also, since it's a mobile application, it has that security means to use your biometrics, that is fingerprint, to do your attendance. Take note, this particular option is very, very lucrative and important for company owners and managers, because a staff can check in with a mobile phone. They will give their mobile number to anybody to check in. But with the fingerprint, it makes it impossible for A to check in for B or B to check in for A. In this case, Everywhere Assistance through iDey mobile application is fighting what we call ghost attendance in the workplace. There is absolutely no way for a staff to manipulate or trick the attendance, which will of course affect the payroll at the end of the month. That is the first function that officers can do using their mobile application seamlessly. The second one has to do with welfare check. Now you'll be asking yourself, welfare check, what is welfare check? As you can see, welfare check. A simple daily welfare check gives your employer an overview of how that particular day is going to look like. Okay? You just come in the morning. It's important for company owners also to have a trend on the mood, the energy, and the feelings of their staff every day. This work very well because you help them to analyze this pattern and take appropriate measures in order to enhance, the welfare status of their staff. So with welfare check, employees can do daily welfare check, notify their employers if they need any follow-up, and of course, document their daily energy, which helps definitely the company owners to make appropriate adjustments on how employee well-being is concerned. The last most critical function of the officer's application is the leave planner. Yes, we are all, workers here in the Middle East, and one valuable point that all of us we cannot joke with has to do with our daily, our yearly annual leaves. Different kind of leaves that we apply for our companies. It might be annual leave, it might be sick leave, it might be emergency leave, it might be pregnancy leave, it might be maternity leave, blah, 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 blah. We've made it seamless for employees to be able to request this leave seamlessly using the iDey mobile application. With the iDey mobile application, staff just need to go to the leave planner on their mobile application. They click on leave, they'll be able to submit the right leave request that they want. Is it annual leave? They will submit. Is it emergency leave? They will submit and give a reason also. And in real time, the best thing about this is that in real time, all these data will be received and synchronized in the admin's dashboard that we'll probably be discussing in subsequently. That is the first part of iDey, which is the officer's application. Now you see this, it looks like a puppy. It's not a puppy. This is a beautiful feature that we've embedded in the iDey application to give that 1% of staff who might not have a mobile phone, who might not have a smartphone to do their daily check-in, we've built something that we call the iDey kiosk. The iDey kiosk will be built and stationed at every organization's reception or security entrance, where staffs who for one reason or the other don't have their mobile phone with them or don't have connectivity will still be able to perform their daily staff attendance check-in seamlessly using either their mobile phone, they can either use their employee ID, they can equally use even the facial scan, another cool feature that we've embedded in the iDey kiosk that will be stationed at the reception. Same data will be synchronized from the kiosk to the admin's dashboard. And the third step will take you to the admin's dashboard. This is the central command system where it captures all the daily entries from the officer's app to the kiosk, and it reflects on the administrative tableau or the administrative dashboard. It gives you an overview of all these data entries, and through our AI embedded analysis, you'll be able to analyze the patterns, analyze the trends, and be able to make informed decisions on how your staff management is concerned. I guess I've spoken a lot about iDey. Yes, please. If you have any other question, yeah.
I would like to know at this point your mission and your vision.
My mission is to empower organizations with intelligent, secure, and user-friendly workplace management solutions that enhance operational efficiency, ensures regulatory compliance, and prioritize employee well-being. Simple as that. I make sure I read it so you get the word one by one. So that is my mission. It's very simple. I really want to empower organizations to be able to have that simple digital tool, okay, that will enhance productivity, better manage staff attendance, better manage leave, give them an overview of the trends and patterns of attendance and welfare of their staffs, and why not enhance also the right decision making for the organization's employees. That is my mission. And the vision is simple: to be a leading workforce management platform in Africa. It might sound big, but yes, my vision is bigger than even that, not just Africa, okay? I want to be able to build products that will transform the African market. I always use my country, Cameroon, like a case study because in terms of digitalization, we are still lacking, like way behind. We are still lacking. Just to give you a little story, when I just returned from Cameroon, I had the privilege to visit the national television where I presented this particular project. And the feedback that I got from people really pushed me in order to enhance it even more, because these are solutions that are coming to combat a lot of ghost attendance, a lot of wastage and spoilage, okay, that most company owners and even the government is facing. Okay, one of the critical problems that the government is facing in my country has to do with ghost attendance. Every month they spend millions and millions of US dollars to pay workers that don't exist. Why? Because they don't have a simple, practical, digital tool like this in place that will be able to optimize who comes in and who doesn't come in, which is very vital for the HR to pay you what it's actually due, not pay based on ghost attendance. So that is a vision, to build those practical tools that will be able to assist organizations meet their goals. The core values still remains the same, okay? iDey is built on integrity, okay? Transparent operations and ethical data handling, continuous improvement and emergency technologies. These are some of the core values that I hold precious when building this particular application. You might want to ask me about security. Yes, we take care of this when building applications. Make sure that data is strictly restricted for he or she who has access to. Access to A's data cannot, or A cannot have access to B data because of the security layers that I and my team have been able to put in place to protect clients' data and clients' entries on the iDey mobile application. I guess we'll be discussing more about this in the future. But as I said, this is just one of the digital products that we have in Africa.
Your people stay connected every step of the way.